was the guy on Celebrity Apprentice in America for a number of seasons. So he's used to this whole reality thing. So actually it's kind of cool that he's with us because he knows what the real deal is or what the fake deal is, right? Don't you?
Huge ratings, by the way. We had the biggest ratings, and I believe, Richard, you were in the Australian version.
Yeah. Can you give me the famous catch line?
You're fired. You're fired, Richard.
What do you think?
My general thought is if you play AFL, you can't be that much of a unique, zany personality. You spent the majority of your life training and lifting weights and playing footy. What's your product of choice, Richard?
My product of choice is James Kerley. I will say this. You have defied the years, Mr. Kerley.
Oh, Richard, don't even get me started. I was going to play guess Richard's age right now, and would have started with 33.
Oh, God.
Now, how's Michael Beveridge getting his hair out at an awkward moment?
Yeah, I went
Wow.
so I just pulled it out.
Wow.
My girlfriend's sitting here watching me just going, what the fuck is happening?
I know he wasn't getting enough attention, so he just brought it down. Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, and they said
Is she hot?
I mean, 62 is probably just a bit old for you, Trump.
No, I don't stop there.
I like
I'm not
that
too
you're
picky.
creep stroke.
Donald? Any limits of age, Donald?
I wouldn't go older than 80, and I wouldn't go younger than I don't know, 20 maybe. No, Sleepy Joe, we love him. We love him. He doesn't know where he is half the time.
But I think they've realized now, since Netflix and Stan and all that other crap is out there, why go about trying to attract the 20 to 35 audience when all that's really watching TV now are your 40 plus? So include them in the show. Stop trying to make a bunch of 23-year-old, makeup artists from the Gold Coast famous, and let's put some older and more diverse cast in there because that's who's actually watching TV. Alan, he sees himself as a bit of a Tim Dormer style master manipulator, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. I always say Big Brother should just be like 20 people at a pub. Nobody has any real idea about what's going to be talked about, what's going to happen, but you all end up having a good night. Someone who walks in with a predetermined idea of the kind of person they're going to be, they're not going to be a real representative of who they are. I think they're going to specifically try and be mean or catty or rude. I don't think they're going to be a real representation of themselves. And after 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, that whole personality just falls apart and you can't maintain that. Aren't they talking about it being the combination of Survivor and Big Brother? So there's going to be some need for alliances.
Yeah, because I think, do they vote each other out, or is this the first year where the public gets to vote them out?
Fuck, I don't know. We decide, don't we? Isn't it the audience?
Yeah. So but they don't know what they're saying, like in that secret Big Brother room, right? They could be saying, "Oh, I can't wait to stab her in the back," and then go out and say to her face, "Oh my God, you're my best friend," right?
Well, that just sounds like regular society, really, doesn't it?
And he won't stand for bullies. What do you think of that, Trump?
Well, he sounds like my kind of guy already.
Michael, I'm easily swayed by a big head of hair. She's from Perth.
Ooh. No one has anything bad to say about Perth. They're the weird forgotten brother that is 3 hours behind. So even if you did want to say something bad about them, they wouldn't hear it till next day.
But you like the beach. You live down in Bondi.
Yeah, that's just because I got a nice place here and I go swimming at icebergs. I'm actually from Brisbane. I'm not a massive beach person, but I've sort of had to convert in the same way that I had to lose weight once you moved to Sydney.
I'm in Coffs Harbour at the moment, south of Coffs Harbour, so we've got some terrible internet connection. Where are they filming it? Richard, are you hot on the
I figured search here? It's in Sydney Harbour's North Head. So there you go. It's right here in Sydney.
North Head.
Yeah.
The old army barrack.
Everybody always assumes that Big Brother housemates drink a lot. And they're actually, in our season especially, we never once had more than 2 drinks. Never.
Really?
Wow.
Mike Goldman says that he wants a Joey dad bod. I did some radio with the chick. Was it Camilla who got turkey slapped?
it was Camilla had a really great radio career. She was on.
She's a top chick. I'm not sure what she's doing now. She might have moved to Fiji or Bali or something.
Bali. I think she moved to Bali with her and her child, and she lives. She would have been making 250, 300,000 in Brisbane radio because I was working in Adelaide radio at the same time.
And you were making what, $150, something like that?
A week, yeah. So
Mike Goldman wants to know, what is a turkey slap? Do you want to explain a turkey slap? I'm just going to get the bottle opener. You explain what a turkey slap is. I just threw you under the bus. Go ahead.
Well, a turkey slap is when mummy and daddy love each other very much. Mike, you know what a turkey slap is. It's where you hit someone with your dick, and I don't even know how they came up with the term turkey slap. I think it's terrible. But I went to an all-boys boarding school, so I was very familiar with them. All of them. The turkey slap, the tea bag, the chicken feeder,
Were you often turkey slapped and teabagged?
Everybody was. It wasn't just pick on the redhead. It was a group thing that happened.
Oh, yeah. Teabag the ginger.
A ginger tea bag.
Yeah. Well, actually, that kind of sounds like a Tuesday night for me.
Who is this freak? This guy is insane.
Is it Ian, that guy?
Oh, I think he's incredible.
I think he does something with opals. But I think people are just kind of getting to know each other now, and she already gave him the big eye roll.
The people I hate the most in any reality show are big personalities in terms of My Way or the Highway, or like really big, loud, angry people. Oh, God, they piss me off. That's in life, though, so it could be that's just a me thing.
No, I got along with everybody, I would say, and I liked everybody to varying degrees. You know, the ones that I wasn't so crazy about left pretty quickly, you know, that I liked them all, but the ones that I was like, oh, what was their name? They left pretty quickly. And of course, Jackie Lambie, I didn't like at first because I just didn't know what to make of her. Once I realized that was just her in general, then I kind of got to like her. She was kind of like a scrappy alley cat, you know?
I think that's everybody's opinion of Jackie Lambie. First up, you don't like her. Then you think, oh, you know what? She's just a single mom doing her best with a ice-addicted son. We give her the best intentions that we can imagine. And then she votes terribly on something that doesn't help minorities. So we go back to hating her again. It's a vicious cycle. And as a redhead from Queensland, it kills me that the most famous redhead from Queensland is a racist piece of shit. But that's my opinion. I showered completely, like with clothes on, for 3 months.
Oh, he's already talking about strategy and that he feels like he has a target on his back because he's a snorer. Anybody
who thinks they've got a strategy in these shows, actually I was about to say is an idiot, but then Tim Dormer said he had a strategy and then he went and won.
Because when I was on Celebrity Apprentice with Tim, we were on the same series, and he was still closeted at that point.
Yeah.
And so I always felt as if everyone said, oh, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay. And I'm like, you know what? Unless someone tells me they're gay, I just assume they're straight, you know? It doesn't really matter to me. But then when he came out, I was just like, oh, well, why didn't you just tell me before, you know?
Hi, Reggie.
What do you think of the show so far?
It's so different, but I am liking it. I love all the lights. I'm going blind. All the lights would bloody do well for me in there.
The opening nights aren't a real representation of who the housemates are until we start seeing them hungry, tired, tested.
Like day one's always lovey-dovey, hello and love you and all that. But then it's, a few days in, that's when you're really going to see the characters. I really like Kieran. Even like I know they flogged him to bits on the preview and the ads and all that kind of stuff, but I'm liking him.
Right. See, because I'm just irritated by him.
In my series, we had the two houses. So we had the square house and the circle house. We had two separate houses, if you remember. And then in mine, in the circle house, Ben went in first. and he was there for the whole day. Then they sent Joe in the second day. Third or fourth day, Patrick went in. Then I went in. So those guys already had their beds. I went more towards the toilet area because I pee a lot. So I think I was the second bed away from the loo.
Because I go to the bathroom a lot at night, and I didn't want to have to be like tripping over people and shit, all of that kind of stuff. But
yeah, you don't really want to smell shit, but you couldn't really smell shit, I must say.
Someone said that when they went in and told everybody, hey, there's this thing called the coronavirus, things are shutting down, they thought that they were just stirring them up, that they were lying.
Housemates, Australia has suffered an Asian invasion. And we're all like, oh, oh my God. And anyway, it turns out they were talking about size, Gangnam Style had swept the nation.
Oh my God.
They get the 100,000 followers and the skinny me tea diets, and they get the, that's their benefit.
Tea diets.
Think of the ugly people, Richard. Fitzy come in, we had Nathan, Paul, you, Vesna. Was it Pete? Pete? No, who was? Yeah, Pete. And was Trevor there as well?
I think Trevor wasn't with me, but he might have come in as well.
Like, I grew up watching you guys, and it was just but the challenge was so specific, and it was like if you acknowledge any of these people, you missed out on getting proper food, and we were so fucking hungry. So we would have loved to have just been like, oh, holy shit. But seeing you guys was such a mind fuck. Oh my God. I think that they should have just done a big rap party there all the time, but they just closed it down. But yeah, just hearing that it was gone, it was sort of interesting, but in a way it was sort of cathartic a little bit to have that sort of period. Just, it's eliminated and gone. I like that I've just been talking, I haven't been watching. But what's this challenge looking like? Oh, wow. What the hell?
They're all trying to use their body strength to swing up, and they have to grab those little things. I'm not sure what's in them. It could be napalm. I'm not sure. Oh, they have to put a little ball on top of each of these canisters. See, there you go.
I think Michael would look great with a comb over, actually. Would look fantastic.
I could probably try one.
Okay.
Let's give it a go. Because Trump,
swoop it over, baby. Swoop it over.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow.
So Darren Oakley wants to know, what do we think of the new Big Brother voice? He prefers the old one.
Oh, 100%. Leon Murray is the voice of Big Brother and has been forever. And I can understand Channel 7 wanting to deviate from that. But Leon Murray's voice is just so great. One of the interesting things about Big Brother that you don't really know as a viewer is obviously the main Big Brother, he can't be there 24 hours a day. So anytime you would hear Leon as the voice of Big Brother, you knew something was happening in the house. You knew there was a challenge planned, a surprise eviction, something that would require the actual, I think we called him Showtime Big Brother, maybe?
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh shit, something's happening. Those Where Are They Now lists are always very interesting because it sort of reminds you just how good Chrissy and Fitzy got it.
Yeah.
Like those two, geez, they're just talents. And I think working in radio for a while, it was just so interesting to find out how much people in radio hate reality TV contestants just because they come in and take their jobs, I guess.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So it's on tomorrow, 3 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, doesn't Sonia then have to say, oh, your time was, what was it like in there? Doesn't she have to do that talk?
He was in there for 1 hour. How good can his day be?
You are a heartless bitch. God.
It would have been better. Be better and you won't get evicted.
Yeah, you should be that person that comes out. Oh, so you're a real loser. You were in there for an hour. How's that feel?
She's Sonia. She's on breakfast TV shows, and sometimes those shows are just, everybody smiling and being nice. Sometimes I want a little bitchiness from it.
Oh, yeah. Well, don't forget I was on Today when Carl and Georgie and Lisa were all on. And, best friends.
I think Gretel was better at hosting. I think you want someone who, like I say, Sonia never has a bad thing to say about anyone. Gretel used to go hard in the paint. She hammered some people. Like, remember that interview? I don't know if there was a guy called Michael, and he was sort of saying, oh, you guys did some sneaky editing of me. And then Gretel was just like, blah, 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 you're dead. And it's great viewing on YouTube if you want to give it a look.
They can never make you say anything you didn't say. So they may have picked all your bad moments, but you said them. You did them.
The thing that annoys me or weirds me out the most is people think that Big Brother tells people what to say or producers script it. There is zero scripting. There is no scripting. There is no pre-written anything. Everything that happens in the house is real.
How are they paying for this year?
I reckon we'll be seeing some pretty heavy product placement coming through.
This, in the car going away, that's very Celebrity Apprentice.
We lost our NBN here today, so apologies. I've been very scarce. But Michael, what are you eating? You've been snacking heavily, I've noticed.
I made some absolutely brilliant roast potatoes in my Le Creuset pot, and they're divine.
Okay, they look pesto.
A little garlic in there.
A lot of pesto. A lot of something going on. Richard, do you ever eat? Do
I eat solid food?
Yeah.
I'm on a drip. I'm on an IV drip. Yeah, I've been eating chicken, but I'm telling you, Michael's miraculous weight loss has really got my head spinning. I'm always looking for weight loss tips. He says that he doesn't eat very much and that he usually exercises, but I think there's been some surgery.